All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, Change Cars. Our name says it all, whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance. Change Cars has you covered. For our season finale of All Things Motoring, Mike attends the 2025 Africa Rally. And Ernest goes drifting with a miniature twist. This is a show with epic overland journeys and drifting on a whole new scale.
We're on the start line of Africa Rally 2025. If you recall, in 2023, we had the pleasure of meeting an incredible individual, Paul Clayton, a British gent who's taken the most amazing love to South Africa. Year one, there were 5 vehicles on the start line. Year two, there were just over 10. This year, just over 40. You tell me that this is not the most incredible growth that you could wish for. Don't let the sunshine behind you fool you. It's just after 7 o'clock on a winter's morning. I reckon it's about -3. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to be friendly. I'm doing that because my hands are freezing. What have we got in store? We got an interview with Paul Clayton himself, who's going to share with us the incredible growth of this rally, his love for South Africa, and we can truly be proud. Hope you enjoy. Behind us, they're going to enjoy for sure. When it comes to Africa Rally, you have a choice of car. And when I say you have a choice of car, you truly do. Let's start with a car that will be there no matter the continent. It could be Europe, it could be Africa, South America, North America, or Asia. The incredible Beetle. Then, walking towards the ultimate Land Cruiser, and we're talking about the proverbial Land Cruiser. But before we get to a Land Cruiser, we've got its little brother, the Toyota Hilux. If I was going to go across Africa, there's only one vehicle I would use, and I'm very honest with that. In fact, there are 2. I'd use a Nissan or a Toyota, but if I had to choose, I'm going with Toyota. Behind us, a beautiful Toyota Hilux, and then Land Cruiser. There is no question that the Toyota is a smart choice for going across Africa, any Toyota. However, what is a picture postcard vehicle? It's got to be the Land Rover, affectionately known as a Landy. In 2021, the Africa Rally was just a dream. It was your dream. 2 years later, 2023, first edition. We're now at the 3rd edition. Paul, the most incredible growth. You've got to share with us the story behind this.
I mean, it's been just amazing. When we first crossed the start line, I think there was 5 teams that made it across the start line. Only 2 teams that made it across the finish line. Wow. Last year, we were lucky enough to have 100% of entrants actually finish. Of the 18 that started, all 18 finished. Incredible. So the trip itself, planning the trip, how do you go about planning the stopovers? Tell us about that. Well, I basically do everything in person. So every April, you'll usually see my 1980 Ford Cortina somewhere on the road between here and Kenya. I visit the lodges in person, I break down in person on the side of the road, sample the best restaurants, and that way I can not only advise teams on where I would stop and the experiences I've had, but also on road quality, and I can say to them, look, don't worry about this 10Ks, because once you're past this bridge or this fuel station, you're on to better time.
So you've been there, you've done it,
exactly.
Literally.
Exactly. That's the best way to do it.
So if ever you see the chef, they're always a little bit overweight. Why? Because they always taste their own food. 2026, better and bigger again?
Absolutely. We already have 18 teams on the roster for 2026, and we only opened early bird entry about 2 weeks ago.
Incredible. So they say the early bird catches the worm, the early bird gets a discount. Paul, to you and your team, you see, first person's already
busy.
phoning you.
Always busy.
To you and your team, wishing you the very best. May 2026 be an incredible success also.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
If speed, comfort and reliability are not top of your list, then you've got to go for the Hippie. This beautiful 1970s combi really makes a statement. The beautiful thing about the Africa Rally is there are so many special stories. Today, there's 50 reasons to have a special story.
There is.
Davina, you're smiling.
I am.
It is your 50th year.
It is.
And the car behind us is a 1975 model, and it's not a coincidence. When you're looking for a car, it had to be 50 years old, am I correct?
You are correct.
You've got to share with us the story of this beautiful Chev 3800 1975 model.
Well, we went searching, as you said, for a 1975 vehicle, and we were also lucky enough to get our rally number to be number 50 as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Kind of hoping to get to the finish line, but I've got a couple of bucket list items that I've wanted to do for many years. One of them is to go into Uganda and see the gorillas in Burundi.
Nice.
So we hopefully will get to do that. And the other one is to see the Great Migration.
So when we think about Africa, Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe and Zambia, Lake Malawi, but then the migration from Kenya to Tanzania and vice versa.
Yeah.
You talk about bucket lists. You've just told me 3 or 4 bucket lists. When you come back, what are you doing with this baby?
Well, we were going to donate it when we were in Kenya to a school or to a church or something like that. Then we met him. And we were kind of like, well, we don't really want to get rid of him now. Yeah. So I think along the rally, depending on how he runs, we have had offers already for him.
Nice.
Paul has arranged for a classic car enthusiast to come and see us from Tanzania. So I don't know yet.
I'm always for giving vehicles to charity, but something like this that is going to form an incredible part of your journey, your 50th, may I respectfully suggest that you keep it, or one other suggestion, sell it to me.
Okay, there's the third offer.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Wishing the 3 of them the very, very best. Looking forward to hearing their story.
Coming up after the break, Mike finishes his time at the 2025 Africa Rally. All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, South Africa's trusted online platform. Trusted because with CHANGECARS, fly-by-night dealers are not welcome.
The epitome of what the Africa Rally is about is behind me. 7 o'clock in the morning, it's freezing cold, the fires are going, the camaraderie is there, coffee, tea, you name it, maybe a little bit of stuff to warm you up. I don't know what they call it. I think they refer to it as alcohol or Jägermeister, you name it, I'm sure it's there. We love special stories, and when it comes to the African Rally, it seems that everyone is a special story. Father and son, who's father, who's son, I think we can work that out. Alan, you originally from Zimbabwe, moved to Botswana, then to the UK, but now you're back in South Africa for an incredible trip with your boy. Tell us about what you got ahead.
Well, we're not too sure what to expect.
Nice.
But we've prepared as best we can. We've got a nice vehicle here. We've always been believers in Toyotas.
Yeah.
We had them in Botswana, and they never let us down.
Now, Andy, this is your first trip, I imagine, across Africa. What are you thinking is going to happen?
Life experiences. We're just looking forward to what Africa's got for us. The whole point behind the Africa Rally for us was to go and experience, make some memories with Dad. We're obviously supporting Beats and Cancer charity in memory of my mum, who's passed away 3 years ago from cancer. And yeah, it's a charity very close to our hearts, and an opportunity to make some memories and yeah, meet some amazing people along the trip and just enjoy life. Yeah, fantastic.
And being able to do it with your dad, that has got to be super special. I'm the father to a 14-year-old. Now, Jaden's not much into cars, I've said it before, but a trip across Africa has got to be super special. Anything on the bucket list across the trip?
Yes, definitely. We've got Kubu Island. It was a place we used to go when I was a kid.
Right.
Many fond memories of camping in Kubu Island and just sitting back with a campfire crackling and watching the stars. Victoria Falls, we've got Lake Victoria at the end, Lake Malawi, and just crossing Zambia. We've done a bit of Botswana. We've never been as far as Zambia, Malawi, Tanzania or Kenya.
So now Kubu Island, when you mention that name, for anyone who follows motoring shows, Top Gear, that's where it all started. What is it about Kubu Island that you're looking forward to?
Kubu Island, well, the smell of the pan and the dust. Very fond memories as a kid. Coming up, we stayed in Suapan. My dad worked in the soda ash factory in Suapan, and it was a weekend retreat just to get in the Hilux at the time, across the pan or across the Sept, down the side and then across to Kubu. And there was nothing more magical than just being there with the people you love and just experiencing the place for one.
Jeremy, Richard and James, eat your heart out. Somebody's following in your footsteps. To an incredible father and son team, to the charity that you're supporting, with respect to Mom, we wish you the very best and a safe, incredible journey ahead for you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
This journey means more than just miles. It's in honor of Frances, a beloved wife and mom, with Beats on Cancer charity close to their hearts every step of the way. Beats on Cancer charity supports patients and families through every step of their cancer journey with care, compassion, and hope.
If you're looking for a special story, this truly is it. West and Sharon, this is your third year being part of Africa Rally, 2023 and 2024. I saw your car there, but this is your first year being on the actual start line. Tell us what made you decide to go this year.
So for this year, it was a bit of a, well, we got to do it. It's the last push. It's the last Kenyan route before they change it to Zanzibar. So we had to do it. And on top of that, we're getting married. So this is also our honeymoon. So, yeah.
So something interesting, Sharon. Honeymoon normally happens after a wedding. You guys are doing a honeymoon before the wedding. I see a big smile on your face. You got to share with us that story.
Yes, we're doing a bit backwards. Wes's mum was like, it's time, we really need to get the ball rolling. And then Africa Rally was happening, so we're rolling.
So it's time, but you look like you're in your early 20s. What was the rush? The perfect man?
Oh, we've been together for 5 years and he is fantastic. So I've got a wonderful family and yeah.
Amazing. So an absolutely beautiful story, but a story is going to be made possible by a vehicle behind us, 1976 VW Beetle. I said earlier, the ubiquitous Beetle. You cannot have a rally without a couple of Beetles. You've got a mate who's going with another one, so you're traveling in convoy. Tell us about the story of this beautiful baby.
All right, so I've fetched this car when I was 13 years old. Was doing some work in December for a old lady. I went to go get payment and I saw this sitting underneath the top wall, and I pretty much said to her, well, what's the story? And she said to me, well, if I don't have to pay you, you can take the car. Climbed on my bicycle, ran home to my dad and said, Dad, I got a car. Then he went with me the next week to go fetch it. And I've had her for, it's now 15 years she's been running and driving.
You said something to me off camera. Your first oil change after the rebuild is going to be in Gaborone.
Yeah, so first oil change will be in Gaborone, and then we'll do another 1,000K, so maybe Mambarulas, we'll do the second oil change. And then after that, she should be running and happy. Hopefully she doesn't hurt us along the way.
Wishing you guys the very best to the most incredible honeymoon and a successful trip.
Thank you very much.
And this is the moment everybody's been waiting for. Behind us, engines already running, 40 cars on the start line. You can see the participants, the followers, everybody's excited. I think it's the unknown, the Africa Rally. You kind of know where you're going, but you don't know what's in store. And I think, Paul, this is what the Africa Rally is about. You've seen incredible growth from year 1 through year 3. The people behind us, they're excited. We're excited. To the people of Southern Africa and East Africa, we thank you for coming and wonderful journey ahead.
I declare the Africa Rally 2025 officially open!
Good luck, guys.
Coming up after the break, Ernest goes drifting with a twist. Did you know? RC drifting began in the late 1990s in Japan, inspired by the country's vibrant full-scale drifting scene. Hobbyists started modifying their on-road RC cars to mimic the dramatic slides of real drift machines, using tricks like adjusting suspension and wrapping tires in PVC to reduce grip. This DIY spirit led to the creation of drift-specific RC models, and as technology advanced with brushless motors and gyro systems, the hobby exploded globally. In the early 2000s, hobby shops like Speed Models and others started importing drift cars like the TT01 and early Yokomo chassis. This is where a younger Ernest first started to drift alongside D10 RC Drift Team. Members such as Otis Gore, Nicholas Abrahams, Rowan Abrahamser, John Kutsia, Nisham Ibrahim, and many other original stalwarts pioneered the scene, and our man Ernest even scribed the first national drift RC rule set and became the judge for a national RC drift series. By the 2010s, the sport went pro, and the change from four-wheel drive to gyro-assisted two-wheel drive systems was evolving, with enthusiasts like Francesco Stemmet helping to elevate the sport by competing internationally and mentoring newcomers. Local clubs such as Edenvale Drift Circuit, founded in 2018, built dedicated tracks and began hosting regular competitions. The scene mirrors full-scale drifting in its technical setup and style, offering a more accessible entry point into motorsport. Today, RC drifting blends family-friendly fun with serious skill and continues to attract petrol heads of all ages across the country. Looking for a vehicle warranty? Look no further. CHANGECARS has partnered with VAPS SA, proudly powered by King Price Insurance. CHANGECARS, the brand the public trusts with good reason.
It's a chilly night at Killarney, and as you can see, the drags are happening here this evening. But we are not here for that type of racing. We are here for RC racing and a new initiative that Killarney and the club members here have basically provided a space for RC drifters, RC drag racers, and anything RC to play at the track. It's a fantastic initiative which allows more people to become part of the motorsport action. And I'm here to find out more. I'm standing here with Chase Hiddle. The last time we spoke, you were racing power boats up the West Coast, and here we are now racing RC cars. But what's interesting here is you've got Neanderthal, multiple champion, you've got Marco Retta, you've got you, GTI Challenge champion, you've got myself. I'm not going to start blasting.
Yeah, up there. All right,
all right, thank you. But we're all racing RC cars today.
Tonight, RC cars. I mean, you would think that. You know, everyone's got a passion for cars. We all want to drive a car. We want a fast car. But what's the affordable way to achieve that is into RC. That's how I look at it. I mean, I started in RC as a kid as well. I mean, Leon also. I mean, Leon's got multiple SI titles with RC on road.
His kid's doing RC now,
I mean, well, he's one kid, Nick. He's 6 years old and he's racing on road with us. So that's great.
Let's say somebody wanted to get started in this. They want to get into motorsport. What's the best way for them to start?
To me, I would say RC is the way to start because it's cheap. You can see if you want to do it. There's like I said, on-road racing is competitive. Do you want to be around the competitive stuff? Or you're a guy that wants to have fun. You can come and drift here. like traction, Faisal and Dexter, they have traction. You actually participate with, I think you're one of the driver coaches. You know, you can do all that stuff to see, do you want to come into motorsport?
Yeah, I started with RC drifting because I couldn't afford a real drift car at the time. And then a few months later, I got myself a drift car.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
So, where do they get hold of you guys and where do they come to if they want to come join us here?
We have a WhatsApp group. We also do have an Instagram page. And then, yeah, if you want to get a car for yourself, you can go to Speed Models.
Speed Models, are they still around?
They're still around.
Shout out Speed Models.
Speed Models. So you can buy a car from them.
This Wednesday evening event, is it every Wednesday or most Wednesdays?
Every second Wednesday. When we have Wednesday night drags, we are here.
Well, here you go, folks. If you're in Cape Town, you want to come check out the drags and also check out the RC. If you, like me, want to start motorsport, this could be the way to do it. So from what I hear, you're the person to speak to when it comes to getting started. So I've got a pocket full of money and I want to go RC racing, drifting. Let's start from the most cost-effective way. What's the best way to start? Drifting or racing? I suppose it depends on who you ask.
I think racing's probably going to be a little bit cheaper because the guys are running four-wheel drive cars and they are limited to stock parts in most classes, which then brings the price game down a fair bit. I think your biggest initial setup stresses are going to be charger and batteries and remote, and then from there you can just build. You choose a chassis, you choose a ESC, motor, gyro.
What's an ESC?
Your electronic speed controller.
Okay.
That's converting your power from your battery through to your motor. And I'd say realistically, you're going to start looking around the 10 grand marker. I think the big thing is once you have your completed your setup, you're not going to be putting too much money in on top unless you want to do hop-ups.
Hop-ups. So
and
what are
hop-ups?
hop-ups?
Well, everything out the box comes out plastic, and everyone wants it to be carbon fiber and aluminium by the time they get to the track.
Which is why you want to buy second-hand. The depreciation costs already been taken care of by the previous owner.
Yeah. The first-time spend is always going to be the biggest sacrifice. But there's a lot of good stuff available second-hand, and there's a lot of good retailers in South Africa and online who supply good first-hand stuff as well. So I'd say second-hand's the way to get in. And I mean, if you had to compare it to something like golf or mountain biking, your setup cost is cheaper. And
a modern mountain bike is like 100,000 rand.
There you go. And I mean, a day of golf costs you, what, 1.5, 2 grand? You know, here you've spent your 10,000 rand, you come with charged batteries, and you pay, a once-off entrance fee, and you can drift all night. So there's no cost involved once you set up, basically.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for chatting to us. I'm going to see if I can jump into one of these cars or one of those and have some fun for the rest of the night.
100%.
And so the event at Killarney comes to an end, and also our season. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the cars, the bikes, the RC cars, the boats, and everything in between, because we certainly did. And on behalf of everybody at All Things Motoring, from those in front of the camera like Mike and myself, Grant McCleary, and of course, the editors and the cameramen and the rest of the team, thanks so much for joining us on this journey, and we hope that you join us again next season.
We at All Things Motoring appreciate your support and interaction. And if you'd like to show some love to the show, head over to our website and click on the Fans of the Show tab. We would love to hear from you. Here is the Screen top tip of the week. Microfiber magic. Keep a microfiber cloth in your car to wipe down foggy windows or dusty surfaces. Before you buy a second-hand car, screen it. It's what smart people do. From all of us here at All Things Motoring, thank you for joining us on the ride this season. Whether you watched from the start or just tuned in, your support means the world to us. We're taking a short pit stop, but we'll be back before you know it, showcasing more of our beautiful country, our wonderful people, and our amazing cars. Until then, drive safe, stay passionate, and we'll see you on the 1st of September 2025.
I'm not doing that because I'm trying to be friendly. I'm doing that because my hands are freezing.
This is my competitor in the championship that I'm racing at the moment. Ek kom vir jou, King. Ek kom vir jou.
What have we got in store? We're going to interview Paul Clayton himself, tell us about how the... And I think, Paul, this is what the rally's about. You saw the increase in from... Sorry, Minister. Who's father, who's son? I think we can work that out.
All Things Motoring is proud to be the official sponsor of Cars in the Park 2025. Brought to you by POMC. Cars in the Park, an annual favourite held since 1980, is, without a doubt, the biggest event of this nature in the country. More than 2,500 vintage and classic vehicles are on display by more than 100 clubs and private individuals. Following on the incredible success of 2024, we believe that Cars in the Park 2025 will be even bigger. We invite you to be a part of this incredible event. Applications for stalls in the market and at the track are now open. Need any motoring advice from where or what to buy or where to sell? Visit the All Things Motoring website and click on the Advice tab to ask Mikey. All Things Motoring is brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.